For 300 years, the galaxy failed to decode this ancient language. They called it alien, they called it extinct, until one human student looked up, and realized they were reading his family's diary. Professor Velver adjusted his crystalline spectacles as he unfurled the ancient scroll across the lecture podium. The Xenol linguistics class at Galactic University fell silent. Students from 17 different species leaned forward with anticipation. This particular artifact had stumped scholars for 3 centuries. This text, Velver announced, his tentacles trembling with excitement, predates the formation of the Galactic Council by at least 5,000 standard years. He gestured toward the glowing symbols. We believe it originates from a civilization that vanished without a trace. The characters flowed like deliberate art, elegant and strange, glowing faintly under the examination lights. The writing system had no match in any known database. Velver had spent 2 decades preparing this translation attempt. I in the back row, Marcus Chun slouched in his seat, half listening while reviewing notes on his datapad. The human exchange student had only enrolled in Xenol linguistics to fulfill a cultural studies requirement. Ancient dead languages weren't exactly his passion. The syntax suggests a highly emotional, personal narrative structure, an Acrylian student observed, her scales shifting purple with concentration. See how these symbols repeat? Possibly ritual or ceremonial. A gaseous Nethron student added through his translator, the mathematical precision of the spacing indicates advanced cognitive development. This species must have been remarkably sophisticated. Marcus glanced up at the holographic projection, his eyes widened. He sat up straight, squinting at the symbols. The recurring glyph here, Professor Velver said, tracing a flowing character, appears to represent temporal progression. We theorize it means day, or perhaps cycle. And this cluster likely indicates, wait. Marcus's voice cut through the room. Why are you reading my diary? The classroom froze, every eye, sensor, and sensory organ turned toward the human. Professor Velver's tentacles stopped mid-gesture. Excuse me? Marcus stood and walked down the aisle toward the projection. That's English, he said quietly. Cursive English. Old style. Like my grandmother taught me. He pointed at the symbols. That says, Dear Diary, today was awful. Gasps rippled through the room, and there, Marcus continued, voice tightening, Mom still doesn't understand why I want to join the colonial expedition. Pigmentation drained from several species at once. Impossible, Velver whispered. This artifact was recovered from the ruins of Kepler 442b. Marcus swallowed. My family's colony, he said. The one that disappeared. He stepped closer, his hand trembling as he reached toward the hologram. This is my great-great-great-grandmother's handwriting. We have samples in our family archives. The classroom erupted into chaos. Students frantically cross-referenced databases. Professor Velver's confidence crumbled into academic horror. But the dating methods, Velver stammered. They indicate 5,000 years. Your carbon dating doesn't work properly on Earth origin materials, Marcus replied quietly. He kept reading. It's only been 400 years since the colony went dark. His voice cracked. Tomorrow we board the ship. I'm scared but excited. If you're reading this, future me, I hope we made it. I hope Earth's children found their place among the stars. The mystery was solved, and something far darker replaced it. What happened to the Kepler colony, and how had humanity's own writing become an undecipherable dead language to the galaxy? Marcus looked at his professor, his classmates, and felt 400 years of silence press down on his chest. I think, he said softly, we need to talk about what happened to my people.